Konza Technopolis, Kenya's first smart city that is set to become a world-class technology hub and economic driver, is already attracting local and international investors, with the investment uptake standing at 40% by mid-2021. Horizontal infrastructure on phase 1 of the project, covering 410 acres out of the 5,000 acres set aside for the project, is taking shape and is expected to be completed by 2022. As investors come on board, one of the key issues of concern is whether developments around the Konza Technopolis will be well managed to avoid substandard developments that could scare away investors.
And we invite investors to express interest.
During an investor conference held on 21st June 2021 at Konza, the Principal Secretary for ICT, Jerome Ochieng, assured investors that the national government and the neighbouring counties had swung into action in order to ensure the neighbourhood is attractive.
An MOU was signed within a record speed of 1 to 1.5 months that we've all agreed to have a 10-kilometre buffer zone around Konza with the 3 county governments that will ensure that there will be a multi-county agency that will be approving constructions within this buffer zone to make sure that we enhance the value of your investment here, and we actually monitor and manage any other investments that will be taking place within that particular buffer zone.
On April 13, 2021, the county governments of Machakos, Makueni and Kajiado suspended the issuance of new development permits in the area falling within the 10-kilometre radius around the Konza Technopolis, dubbed Konza Planning Zone, for a period of 90 days. The 3 counties indicated that the decision was reached to enable a newly constituted inter-county joint physical and land use planning committee to develop a plan that will provide guidelines and standards for regulation of land use practices and general development within the zone.
We are grateful and we want to thank all of you.
This announcement preceded the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs, Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning, Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, and the county governments of Kajiado, Machakos and Makueni, and Konza Technopolis Development Authority for partnership in support of the development of the Konza Special Planning Belt and establishment of Konza Inter-County Joint Physical and Land Use Development Planning Committee.
What we start today is to ensure that we protect Konza. Konza is a national project, it's our responsibility, all of us, and we have now agreed that we support those wonderful people working under the leadership of my brother here to ensure that the project is delivered to the standards and the expectations of the country.
I'm grateful that the governors fully embraced the idea that we needed to create this buffer zone so that we fully protect the investment, but also ensure that the people of Kajiado, Makueni, Machakos will also benefit significantly from the value that will come out of Kota and Konza.
The idea of the buffer zone is that when you have the city itself, its surrounding must also look like the city, so that you don't have slum growth, you don't have unplanned development generally. So the idea of therefore of the 10-kilometre buffer zone, the city must grow in such a way that the common people, the ordinary people, are part and parcel of it, so that it isn't an island, as it were. But that 10-kilometre area surrounding the city must be planned in such a way that the city and that particular area gel into each other, and it's really a continuation of the city, so to speak.
We need to protect the Konza city from what we call as uncontrolled development in the neighborhood. If you allow uncontrolled development within the neighborhood of a smart city, then you lower the value of that particular city and investors will not be interested in coming to the city. So what we have done in collaboration with the national government, we have agreed to set up a committee which comprises the national government, the 3 counties of Machakos, Makueni, and Kajiado, so that we can have a buffer zone. It's actually a 10-kilometer buffer zone where we'll put up what we call as zonal planning. And for you to be allowed to invest within that particular zone, then you must abide by the zonal plans, and therefore you cannot just construct anything within that 10-kilometer zone.
Already, communities have themselves triggered a conversation. And in the spirit of citizen participation, we have had a conversation with our local citizens to tell them what this is all about. And with the information age we are already in, the people already are aware of what is there. But already the county government have sensitized the local communities, have done civic education, and have assured them. And already we have strong commitment from the local communities that they support. Okay. In fact, they're already having their children working there, and they're already seeing the development having there, so they see it as their own. We have actually embraced the Techno City as our city.
During an earlier inspection tour of the project, Dr. Matiang'i insisted that there was need for governments to work together in protecting the ecosystem around Konza Technopolis so as to deliver value to investors and properties around the special planning zone.
Konza is now evidence of what happens when all arms of government, when leaders at all levels work together, cooperate, and focus on things that matter. What matters here is delivering this project for the people of Kenya.
The support we've had from His Excellency the President is enough. He's continued to give us as much as we've needed, and so it is us to now deliver and implement. And I thank the Konza team, led by the chairman and the CEO, for the great work that they've actually been doing in implementing. The contractors who we are working with for ensuring that this work is done, even during this time of COVID, with all the precautions that we've taken. We still have over 2,000 people working and ensuring that livelihoods continue.
This city has been given all the due attention, and we are happy. So far, so good. All the communities around Kajiado, Makueni, and Machakos have been taken care of. We are happy with the employment of our people, and we look forward to the future of this city.
We as the local leaders, we've joined hands and we have moved together. That is Machakos County, Makueni, and Kajiado. And that's why you see us here, because this project is one among the biggest in this country.
Some of the concerns we've seen in many of the developments is concerns in terms of harmonized development in a larger scale. For the first time, we're having such a location in Konza Technopolis, 5,000 acres of land of a fully master plan location. Additionally, recently we've had discussions and agreements with the neighboring counties, the county of Machakos, county of Kajiado, and Makueni, to bring additionally 68,000 acres of land within what we call the buffer zone to be also managed in a way that is harmonized, so that the development also within that space is planned and it's controlled. And we will have the teams from the 3 counties, a joint team that will ensure that the constructions comply with standards that are put in place.
The 3 counties, in consultation with the national government, will provide a mutually agreed upon spatial development framework for symbiotic and sustainable coexistence between the Konza Technopolis and the adjacent areas falling within the jurisdiction of the 3 counties.
I want to assure the neighboring community to Konza City, not just that of Kajiado, but both Makueni and Machakos, that this is something good for all of us, landowners being the biggest beneficiaries. Once the city is in place, first of all, the land value will go up. The potential of other economic triggers coming into the neighborhood, including development to support the city, will happen in the land surrounding the city. Of course, it is not an incentive to encourage selling land because of enhanced prices, but is an incentive to encourage high-end development that are commensurate to the expectations of our city.
As Machakos people, we see huge opportunities for our people. One, when Konza City is fully operational, we see our people are likely to benefit from investment opportunities. Even our locals here in Machakos County will get into Konza and invest in Konza because such opportunities are open to all of us, both local investors and international investors. The other way of benefiting from Konza City, of course, is it provides a market for our agricultural produce. Our mama bogas who sell boga, our agricultural, our farmers will get an opportunity to sell their produce into Konza City.
Already that is happening. Some people are thinking that in the neighboring location, they will build dormitories, satellite cities, so that some of the people working in Konza who cannot afford high-end accommodation are able to be accommodated. Indeed, even the 10-kilometer buffer zone is an area that is supposed to be for building the restaurants, the infrastructure that supports mega city. So there's a lot of investment there. And even now, the land prices are rocketing. Previously, you could buy land there for a song, but these days, it is beginning to be prime, even in the buffer zone. So all that supporting infrastructure for a big city will change the economy, and indeed the economy of Makueni, because even with devolution, we are beginning to see headquarters getting transformed. We are beginning to see a lot of urban growth. So this Konza will deliver major urban growth.
The county governments have at the same time underscored the trickle-down effect of the project as far as employment opportunities and skills and knowledge transfer are concerned, among other benefits.
As the young people go to participate in the ongoing development, they learn that. So this is a skills and knowledge transfer project that will boost our counties in terms of know-how, skills, and other opportunities that come with proximity to the city. We are also seeing water coming from Nolturesh in Kajiado and Thuakedam in Makueni being enhanced. No doubt the water will not only benefit the city, but also the neighboring communities, including a pipe that is set to begin from the city to Kajiado town. So there are many, many good things: skills transfer, water, technology, employment opportunities, and even a national cohesion environment and global exposure. You know, the players who are developing the city are of global nature. And so exposure to the global environment to our counties is something good for us as well.
Majority of our youth here, some of them who are professionals from universities, actually with professional degrees like, engineering, law, ICT, will get opportunities for employment in Konza City, including the people without skills, the youths who have just left Form 4, the youths who are leaving the youth polytechnics. They will get employment opportunities in the Konza City.
I think when Konza, and let us call it Smart City, is done, it will be a game changer, not only for Makueni County and the other neighboring counties, but for the country at large. I had occasion to visit South Korea, where I saw such cities, and one of them is able to have a GDP of more than an African country. So having been taken through what is supposed to happen there, whether it is the investors who are coming in, whether it is the data center, it is the university, all those things will translate into actually a city of global proportions.
Indeed, Konza Technopolis, which is a Vision 2030 project, is expected to become a model smart city not only in Kenya but in the region, and it is anchored on a superior, reliable infrastructure and business-friendly governance systems.